Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, species around the multiverse, welcome to Geek Syndicate episode 317. I am, as always, Monts, and with me is...
That would make me Nuge, or
Evil
Nuge.
Evil Nuge, an old man Monts.
Yeah.
Because I've got the platinum showing in my beard.
The worst team up ever. So, yes, this is the first time we are attempting to do Geek Syndicate live via Zoom. Last minute thing, and last minute thing was to basically send a link out if people wanted to like come along and listen and stuff. But to be honest, even if people didn't, we were still going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So this feels weird. See, the weird thing was we've been chatting away for like 10, 15 minutes. At the minute we hit record, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't know what to say. What am I going to do?
Like we haven't done it for like 14 years.
Yeah, do you know, it's just, whatever, man.
Okay, well, let's just start. You got any shout outs?
Yes. I need to refer to my email. So we had an email. So basically, he wanted to get some thoughts from us on Star Trek. This is going back now. This is Star Trek Discovery, season 2. So what he's asked is, 1, what did we think of season 2? 2, did you have any favorite moments or things we wanted to change? And 3, any thoughts on season 3? Now, obviously, all of this comes off the back of there's been a new Star Trek show announced, hasn't there?
Mm.
Which is this Strange New Worlds?
Yeah.
Who's starring Anson Mount? Yeah,
who is
he played Christopher Pike.
Christopher Pike, yeah, Captain Pike.
Yeah,
say Chris Pine.
It's a bit too meta, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
hello, Darren. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Darren. Yeah, so off the back of that, so obviously we've got another Star Trek show coming anyway. What did you think of
Discovery
season 2?
I loved it, and the reason I loved it was because I'd got my head around it by then, and I loved season 1, but I still had to work out this is a much darker Star Trek universe than I'm used to. And you know, given when it was set, I wanted things to look a bit more retro, and they didn't. And that's one of those things you go, you know what, I can still enjoy the show, but it's there sitting in my head. So by season 2, I'd got my head around it and just go, well, it is what it is. I'm just going to enjoy it. So I enjoyed it for what it was. I loved the addition of Pike. I thought it was awesome, and the fact that he's got his own show now, or the Enterprise got their own show, and they're actually going proper retro in terms of uniforms, and stuff. I mean, that just makes me happy in my heart. So yeah, I'm all over that. And I know season 3 they're taking it to a different place. And I was going to say,
aren't they in? I don't want to. I'm being careful. I don't want to spoil it now because I was about to say something, but that actually could be considered a massive spoiler. So I won't say anything. Let's just say they're going to be the show as we know is probably going to be changed up quite a bit. I would imagine, given how season 2 ended.
And I think that's a really brave move. I think that's a great thing to do, is to change things up completely. And in doing that, I applaud that move. I'm quite happy with that. My next thought though is, you know, where can they go now? But then I've said that before about shows, and they've gone to great places.
Yeah.
But as much as I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to season 3, I feel much more excited about the new series.
I enjoyed Discovery. I'll probably get like, do you know what I mean? Get burnt at the stake for saying it, but I enjoyed Discovery, and I really liked what I liked about season 2 is the fact they kind of took on board the criticisms that they had about season 1, which I actually think a lot of the criticism for season 1 was actually quite valid.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it, but it wasn't. There was a lot of stuff I struggled with, and I think they worked really hard to address that. And I think bringing in Pike and the guy was such a positive character and brought that kind of Kirk vibe as well.
He did bring that Kirk vibe. He did
but
bring that vibe.
I think by bringing him in, it was that kind of, a rising tide lifts all boats. Do you know what I mean? And I think everyone's game kind of got upped a bit, and the positivity did kind of go up a little bit. And it was much more about trying to help people and blah blah blah, rather than trying to show you just how dark Star Trek could be.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm excited about season 3, just because I like Star Trek in any shape or form. But I am genuinely really excited for the new World show, Strange New World show, because I think he did do a really good job. Also, that episode where it had number 1 was in it, and obviously he was then riffing off when Spock came into it as well and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, it could work. There's been some people that have been kind of saying, oh, do we need another show with another different guy playing Spock and stuff? But I'm like, no, I'm all right, man. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. This one's before, is Spock's after. No, it's all good.
Was there anything did we have any favourite moments of season 2? I think, as I said, going back to Pike gave some cracking. Well, there was a lot of cracking speeches in season 2, actually. I thought the last episode was really good, just because it was full on.
And there's something about people making that ultimate sacrifice that always gets me.
Yeah.
So I always like that. But my one criticism for it is like, I'm not a big fan of swearing on TV, but you know what I mean? Sometimes when people swear, it works. It's natural, it flows as part of the thing. And they kind of dropped in some swearing there. And I just felt like, it's a Star Trek universe. They don't swear in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. It was
they did it in Picard.
In Picard, and it just
felt out of place.
It just didn't work. So so that was that question.
I've got a shout out to Sean McBee, who I've been chatting to recently, and he was part of the art department for the new Stargirl show from DC Universe. I'm going to talk more about that later. But what's up, Sean?
Yeah, what up? So do you want to do a bit of news?
I haven't got any. Have you got any?
I wouldn't have said do some news if I didn't have any. Do you know what I mean?
Ease up.
Easy. Look, I'm drinking red wine and flamingos, man. It's where shit gets real.
I don't even know what to say to that. It's time for the news.
Fade out. Fade up. Yeah, that gives me weird things that are like tales of the unexpected, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, stop that, man. Stop that.
So that's what I'm drinking.
Are they eyes?
Yeah.
Nah, all right, man.
It's a cat with 3 eyes.
Because I'm drinking a cheeky little Malbec called Santa Ana. And as we know, I believe it was General Santa Ana who invaded the Alamo.
Just making stuff up now.
That could be wrong. Hey, look, man, I was in top history for a little while at school.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you in top anything?
I was top history, didn't I? I worked my way up to top group, and then they changed the history teacher, and they got a different history teacher, and then I was shit again, and I slid all the way back down to bottom. Yeah, the ups and downs of my life.
Did you pass me on the way? Because I'm not really sure where I was.
I think we were in the same class of history for a little while, and then I kind of, on my meteoric rise, which lasted all of a term, you know what I mean?
Hated it. I really loved history. When I chose it as an option, they made it modern history and started learning about Thatcher. And I'm like, what is this? This ain't history. Anyway, news. You got some news?
Yes. First bit of news, because it's been a while since we've chatted. Snyder Cut.
Yeah, Snyder Cut.
So.
Right. Yeah.
So if you've been living under a rock, right, you'll know that when they brought out Justice League, well, it was a little while after they brought out Justice League. So obviously, when Zack Snyder was doing Justice League, he had a sort of a family bereavement, sadly, and he left the production, and then they drafted in Joss Whedon to finish it up. And obviously, it was the film, and as they say, it was history after that. Now, I thought the Justice League film was all right. Personally, it was
I
all
did.
right. It was all right.
I didn't hate it.
No, I didn't. And that's where I was coming from. I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right. And to be honest, if they dropped that when I was 11 years old, I would have lost my shit.
Yeah.
Right. However, at the back of my mind, I think because I'd seen some of the trailers and stuff like that, I was interested. A part of me kind of wanted to have seen Zack Snyder do it.
Yeah.
Just and because he'd done, again, regardless whether or not you like Man of Steel, which I did like, whether or not you like Batman and Superman, I like the ultimate version of that. It was his sort of pet project, and I would have liked to have seen him finish that off. I would like to have seen his vision, rightly or wrongly. And so rumors then began to surface that apparently he'd done a lot more filming than anyone knew, and apparently it was like 4 hours of material and stuff like that, and it just needed to have effects and post-production added to it and stuff like that. And then out of that came this hashtag, release the Snyder Cut, where everyone started banging on about wanting to see this cut. And I think they take out, like, pay loads of money to get a billboard or something for it as well.
Okay.
I mean, that people went proper to town with their campaigning for it. Whereas a part of me was like, yeah, I'm interested, but I'm not gonna like do a hashtag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'll just crack on. But now it's been announced that actually they are going to release the Snyder Cut. They're going to add in all the post-production and stuff like that. And they may even get some of the actors to come back to do additional filming.
Okay.
But what
But
what they're going to do, and this is where it gets a bit cheeky, what they're going to do...
bit cheeky.
Yeah, a bit cheeky, a bit tasty, is they're going to release it on... HBO Max, which is the new streaming service, along with the other 50,000 streaming services.
Which is my problem with El Ministerio del
Tiempo.
Ministry of Time. They've taken it off Netflix and put it on HBO, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man.
And that's HBO. That's HBO worldwide.
That's HBO World, yeah.
I don't know if is that the same as HBO Max. If you pay that, do you get? I don't know. So
it's
anyway,
like Amazon, you get Amazon, but then you haven't got Amazon. You
haven't got Stars, but yeah. So this is gonna get released next year.
Hello, Peter.
Hey, Pete. As part of the, I think that's when HBO Max launches.
Yeah.
So I think it's their, so I think this will be one of their launch things. So clearly it's a bit of a money maker to get people in, isn't it?
Yeah.
But my thing is, I don't want to pay money to get HBO Max so I can watch the Snyder Cut.
Well, I mean, we've been here before. There's just far too many streaming services for anyone to keep up with. I mean, there's number one, just to keep track of who's showing what, but also my budget. I can't add any more streaming services. My budget is done.
I've honestly lost count of the amount of new streaming services there are. So my thing is, I'm interested in seeing the Snyder Cut. I'm interested, but I'm just not prepared to pay for it. So whether that means I'm going to have to contact Bucky, I don't know. Will it be any better?
Well, I'm up for it though. I'm up for seeing it.
Oh, that was the other thing. Is they were saying that there was another rumor saying they were going to drop it as episodic, almost like a TV series, almost like 4 parts.
I'd be up for that as well, to be honest.
But again, it all depends on how much money they put into it in terms of doing the post-production and all the rest of it. But yeah, I don't know. It's intriguing. So yeah, so that was that bit of news. The other bit of news, which is on a similar tip actually. So this week it was 2 years since Solo came out.
2 years already?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
Just to say to the guys that are listening, if you got any questions whilst we're chatting, just chat thing. I don't know.
I already said that. I've put it there.
Have you?
So.
All right. Well, I can't see yours, can I?
No, it's in general chat. If you press the button that says chat,
Where's the button? That anyone would think. Anyone would think that I work in IT. Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
there it is.
Wow, there's loads of shit there. Damn.
Oh my word. Do you know what? Now I feel like we're an episode of Bulletproof.
Hey Pete, welcome. Chuck us a question or comment in chat whenever you want. Okay, cool. Right, back in the game. What was I saying?
I got some news.
No, we hadn't finished the Solo 2 thing.
Oh yeah, Solo 2.
So Solo 2, 2 years. So apparently there's a hashtag called Make Solo 2 Happen. So my question to you, do you want to see a sequel to Solo? Boom.
I want to see I'm not going to say no. I'd be up for a sequel to Solo, but I'd be more up for a Calrissian movie.
Oh yeah. I was all set to go. No, I would. Do you know what? I would like to see Solo 2. The reason being that I think if we got a Solo 2 movie, they would drop all that bullshit origin stuff, which is the stuff that I didn't like about the first film.
True.
Right? I really enjoyed Solo, but the stuff that I didn't like was like, this is how he got the name Han Solo. This is how he met Chewie. This is how he won the million. I'm not interested in that
they actually start telling the story with that.
So I think the second film would mean we would just get a Han Solo adventure. And I didn't mind the dude they got to play Han Solo. I thought he did a good job. I thought my boy from Community was doing Lando. He was just nailing it every scene he was in.
Yeah.
What's this?
So Pete says regarding Bulletproof.
See, this is going to end badly, isn't it?
And which one is Pike? All right, now you've done it.
Okay, so firstly, my trainers are ruined. Cool. And then you with the brick, that wasn't fair, man. But let's just stop this now before anyone else gets hurt, all right?
Yo, I'm calling you, man. What's wrong? You're moving like you want to break up with me or something.
No, man, I love you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come on.
I am blatantly Pike.
So, which one's Ashley Waters? Is that Pike?
Yeah.
So Pike's the sort of at home.
Hold
up a minute. So I get. I forgot his name now.
Bishop, you're a bit more hot-headed than me.
I mean, that is true. But it's not like I'm like dealing with women left, right, and centre, though, is it?
Well, no. But you got to know. I'm not talking about the
womanizing. Okay, all right. Do I have a short temper? Yes. Am I more likely to shoot a man than you?
Not a single piece of evidence.
Well, they tried to kill me.
I know the feeling.
I hear the calls again.
Yes.
Well, I kind of think you've answered the question.
Yeah.
Right back to where I started.
Yeah, okay. All right, man.
Yeah.
Did that answer your question, Pete? Although you can't drive, though. You're a shit driver. So when they're having the car chases and stuff. Actually, no, that is true. But here's where it gets weird, though, because if you then transpose that to Bad Boys, it gets complicated. Because technically, I would say you would be more the Mike Lowry character, but then that's
Mike
making
Lowry.
me say that's me then sort of saying yeah, but Mark Lowry's quite a smooth character, which you're not. So I don't know how that works.
Excuse me.
Whereas
this isn't just This isn't just a white. This isn't just me getting grey. This is platinum. Platinum has value and worth. That makes me a silver fox, man. Smooth is written in my dick. If you cut me open right in the middle, it will just say smooth.
Look, that's only going to be good if they reboot Santa Claus and make him a brother.
You started this, Peter.
This is why we shouldn't do stuff live or like video. Do you know? Shit just kicks off.
Look. All right, let me just.
Right.
I am the essence of smooth. It says so in
You-
black
you-
or white.
You're the essence of something, man.
Anyway, I've got my news.
Yep.
Big Finish this week. Was it this week or last week? They announced a new title. I'm going to share my screen just so you can see it.
Don't mess it up, man. Oh,
So it's called Masterful. It's a multiple master episode. And I'm just looking at the picture on the front. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 masters on it. And they've got Jeffrey Beavers in it. They've got Mark Gatiss, Derek Jacobi, Alex McQueen, Milo Parker, Eric Roberts, John Sim, Michelle Gomez, all playing the master or Missy. And I'm like, this is new. This is new. I'm quite excited. I don't usually go in for the villain stuff, but
have you heard about the multi-arc thing that they're doing? Multi-platform thing they're doing. I think it's called Time Lord Victorious.
Victorious.
But it's not just Big Finish, it's BBC as well, and they're doing loads of different things. It's not just audio, it's like they're going to do comics, they're going to do novels.
No, I have not heard of this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to look into that.
Not now, though.
No, not now.
I heard it today on Big Finish's Twitter that they said that they're going to stop doing
Monthly
Doctor Who audios.
Mm.
But here's the thing with Big Finish is like their stuff is phenomenal, but I can't believe consistently, and then not just Doctor Who, like all of their audio stuff. I don't know if you listen to audio dramas, Pete, but if you want to start, Big Finish is the place to start. But like,
because they don't just do Doctor Who, they've got a whole range of stories.
And same to you,
range of
Darren,
ranges.
because I'm still seeing Connecting To, so I don't know if Darren's there. I'm assuming you are, but you might not be. But for me, the amount of content that Big Finish not only has, but it's just dropping week after week after week is
I don't know how they do it.
Well, I don't know how to do it, but I can't keep up. Not just in time, but also in money. And I've said this loads of times. I can't believe I'm going to say this and do another streaming service thing, but I genuinely think that they should just do a Netflix.
Yeah, well, I suppose what makes it different is that there's no audio streaming services, are there? Well,
What, Audible? What's Audible?
Audible. Yeah, forget. As I said it. I knew.
Is it better than
right? I have a very definite answer to this one. So Peter's asking. We've mentioned Doctor Who audio.
Was he
many
talking to
times.
you, though? He could have been talking. That question could have been directed to me.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Don't just roll in there because you missed the Doctor Who. No, it's fine. No.
Oh, what? Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Can I just say we started here with me talking? Why was that even necessary? I don't even. Why?
I'm drinking.
Why?
Just chat, man.
Okay. So I've
No one's got guns though, so that's good.
but I've got an R2 tin.
Yeah, get on with it, man.
Oh yeah, right. So Doctor Who for me is when it's Doctor Who TV when it's at its best is brilliant. When it's at its worst, it's terrible, and a lot of the time it's kind of in that middle ground where it's just really up and down.
Yeah.
And I'm quite loyal anyway. I'll watch it regardless. Do you know what I mean? But what I've found with the audio dramas from Big Finish is they are consistently high. Consistently, you may get a duff one here and there, but it is literally a sporadic bad one where the majority is consistently good quality.
Ditto. I can't. Yeah, nailed it. I think the and the thing is the fact that they took Paul McGann.
They took one adventure, and they took that Doctor and ran with it and made something brilliant. And you feel like you've got a legitimate Eighth Doctor.
And definitely some of his adventures are, I'll go on record and say have been better than what I saw in TV run for
that,
several years.
You've got, They've got the Adventures of River Song.
Oh, it's quality.
Brilliant. Quality. You've got the Master Adventures with Derek Jacobi. I mean, number one, it's Derek Jacobi,
Yeah.
and it's fantastic. And I just started listening to. I listened to the first episode of. They're doing a series of Adventures of Susan, the Doctor's granddaughter from William Hartnell days. And it's really interesting because it's very, very different. It's not full of action. It's more thoughtful. There's more detective work going on. There's more diplomacy going on. And it was great. It was just really different. And I'm like, I can't see that working as a TV spin-off somehow.
Yeah. And also as well, I've heard, I haven't listened to any of them yet, but I've heard quite good things about the Torchwood stuff.
Yeah, so have I.
And I think what's really great with the Big Finish stuff, and I think the fact that BBC kind of endorses it is good, is it gives it a real chance for characters that get a bit short shrift on the show, or you sort of watch and you kind of go, oh, I'd love to see more of that, or in this case, hear more of them. And
I listened to one with the Doctor's daughter.
Yeah. Do you know what? The one that I would have loved to see them do an audio drama was it was the woman from Blink who we said would have made a great companion.
And they did they made Nightingale and whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember what their names were, but it ended up with them kind of teaming up like a sort of, right at the end. They were going to be like a sort of team, and I was like, that's what I'd like to see as an audio thing. And I think that's what Big Finish does really well. It taps in to quote, use that word, zeitgeist of what people want, which is why I really, really hope that they've got something in the works for the other Doctor. Really hoping they've got something in the works for her.
I love the other Doctor so much.
I know.
Yeah, so much.
So where are we? So we did make Solar 2 happen. Yes. So I said I would like to have seen. I'd like to have seen another one. I don't think we'll get another one. My last bit of news, quite sadly, is that Artemis Fowl gets released on June the 12th.
Quite sadly.
On Disney Plus. And I watched another trailer for it today, and I'm still spitting feathers.
Authorities launched a worldwide manhunt. He has been behind some of the biggest robberies ever.
It would appear we've garnered quite a bit of interest, Artie.
You think I'm ready?
Welcome to the family business.
There is an artifact from another world that threatens mankind. Your mission is to steal it. You were trained for this.
I have a plan. We need a thief.
I thought you'd never ask.
And we need a fairy.
Think you can trust me? Now you can trust me.
Fair enough.
The army is coming. Who do you think you are?
I'm the next criminal mastermind.
And yeah, I'll probably watch it because I've got Disney Plus. And to be honest, they're not exactly dropping new shows every week on Disney Plus. So, you know, I just died. Is that two cancelling each other out then?
Yeah,
okay.
Obviously. It's only something
that seems like a good point to move to week that was then.
It's time for the week that was.
Yeah. So, evil.
Where?
That's right. Everywhere.
What are you talking about?
Right. I caught this show randomly yesterday. Called I say randomly, Bucky hooked me up, but you know what I mean. So, Evil is a show which I think
heard of this show.
I think is right up your street. I hadn't heard of it, and Sue and I watched we watched the pilot. So it stars the guy who played Luke Cage.
Oh yeah.
Is it Mike Coulter?
Yeah.
And basically, it's him, a woman who I think she's a forensic psychologist, and another guy's like an electronics expert.
True or false? I like mechanics magazines.
Are you serious? False.
I have diarrhea once or more a month.
False, but thanks for asking.
I like the sound of a woman screaming. Orson?
And they basically travel around investigating religious phenomenon.
Okay.
So it could be possession, it could be miracles, could be ghosts, could be bloody, bloody, blah. And we watched the first episode, which was about demonic possession. And the reason, and he's training to be a Catholic priest. And she's like the skeptic. So if you look at it from an X-Files point of view, he'd be the Mulder and she'd be the Scully.
Yeah.
And he's basically gone to bring her in. And he's like, no, she's like, I don't believe none of this stuff. He's like, that's okay. I want that. I want someone to come in with a skeptical eye and stuff. And even though some supernatural stuff happened in the first, what I loved about it, in the same way like what X-Files did, was it kind of gave you both sides of the coin.
Yeah, okay.
And you made your own judgment call as to which side you fell on. Now, whether or not that carries on throughout the show, I don't know. I only watched the first episode. But the first episode, I thought was money. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, all right. I'll put it on my list with everything else.
Yeah, sorry, man.
If we're talking sort of demonic possession and stuff, I just want to mention one of my... Every time I think about this movie, I realize I've got such a deep abiding love for it. It must be one of my favorite movies. I've never put it in someone says, what's your favorite movies? I've never put it in a list, but I realize it must be. It's a Denzel Washington movie called Freedom.
Oh, yeah. That's a quality film.
It's just, everybody, stop what you're doing now and go watch that movie. I don't even know how you get hold of it now. I don't know if it's on...
Maybe it's on. It might be on Amazon. I don't know.
I don't know if it is. I'm going to watch it now. I'm not. I'm going to go to bed afterwards. But I'll
probably drink some more, then go to bed. But yeah, but no, it's the one where it's the I don't know if it's a demon or the devil, but he can just jump from body to body, innit?
By contact.
Yeah. And there's a really good scene.
A good scene, yeah. But it's just the beginning where this guy's being sentenced to death for being a serial killer, and he's being led to the electric chair, and he's singing this song, which is a demon signature song.
Yeah.
And then while they're strapping him in, he jumps across to one of the guards, and suddenly this guy is sitting in the chair going, "What the hell? What's going on? What's going on?" And they put the helmet on him, and you think that's just got to be rough, man. Poor guy, just going, "What just happened?" So yeah. So you know what to do. Check out the website geeksyndicate.co.uk. Many thanks to Pete for being here and contributing, but also to Jimmy, because we actually lost a big part of this podcast. And Jimmy Aquino of Comic News Insider, the best podcast on the other side of the pond, was here contributing, but we lost all of that. Sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Such is life.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, didn't do it on purpose.
No.
But have a listen. Tell us if you liked what we said, if you disagreed with what we said. Let us know. Send us an email to geeks@geeksyndicate.co.uk. Get in touch with us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. It's easy. So till next time, Geek Syndicate,
we out.